Hello friends, have your 2 blocks and a bolster with you, and set 1 block at the back of your mat, the tallest height, and the second block the middle height, a little bit of space in between them, and you're going to lay down your bolster on top of your blocks. And slowly start to sit back towards your bolster and lay your spine down. Walk your feet in so the soles of the feet touch. Let the knees open out to the side like a book. Relax your arms down. Soften your eyelids and let the eyes close. If it feels nice, maybe take a few deep breaths here so you can begin to arrive fully on your mat. And then slowly settle back into that natural rhythm of your breath. And adding a little length to the breath, elongate your inhale and elongate your exhale. Long inhale, long exhale. And continue to breathe like this on your own. You're going to stay here for a few minutes. You're going to turn your attention towards yourself and shift your focus to the rhythm of your breath. Perhaps you would like to set an intention for your practice. So there's something to guide you, a direction, and a sense of purpose. And you take another deep breath here. You're going to interlace your hands and bring your palms underneath your head. Let your elbows open wide. We're going a little deeper into the front of our body, a little bit into the shoulders. And you're going to stay here for about 10, 12 deep breaths. And keep the interlacing of your hands. You're going to start to slowly extend your arms behind you. Flip your palms up and give yourself a big stretch here. So start to breathe into the sides of the body. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades in this 3-dimensional breath. And then gather more length in the arms. Maybe a little side to side. Right hand a little higher, left hand a little higher. So whatever feels nice for you here. Whatever speaks to you. And slowly come back to center. Release your hands. Take another breath and gather some length. And exhale, cactus your arms. We're going to stay here for a few deep breaths. And you slowly start to extend your arms out. And then gently let the hands and the arms melt down by your sides. And slowly close your knees and roll onto the right side. You're going to bring that right hip towards your bolster. And then bring the left foot back behind you. So the top of the left knee is underneath your right foot. Turn towards your bolster. You're going to gently just set your right cheek down, just your right cheek. Moving into a very gentle twist. So as we open up the front of our body, open up our heart, We also want to explore what's behind us. A twist is a great way for us to start to explore what's behind us, what's in the back of our body. We pay attention to the front of our body and we pay attention to the back of our body so we can find an equanimity, so we can find our center. If you find yourself start to wonder, re-establish the connection with your breath. We'll stay here for another deep breath. You're going to slowly start to press yourself up and then twist a little bit more through the navel. We're going to go a little deeper into the twist now. Now we're going to lay the left cheek down. And then elongate your spine. Breathe a little deeper into the belly. And soften your shoulders a little. And just let your arms melt down to the floor. And come back to that natural rhythm of your breath. And take another deep breath. You slowly press yourself up and then turn towards the front of the mat and switch side. You now bring the right foot back behind you. And then slowly turn towards the bolster, lay the left cheek down. Just your left cheek, gentle twist to begin. No need to rush, take your time to get there. But once the body starts to settle, you come back to your breath. One more deep breath here. And you gently start to walk your hands in, press yourself up, twist a little more through the navel, and you're going to turn your right cheek down. So a little deeper now in the twist. Elongate your spine and soften your shoulders. And start to reestablish the connection with that softness, that gentle, natural rhythm of your breath. This three-dimensional, this conscious, and this nourishing breath. And another cycle of breath here. When you're ready to come out, you gently press yourself up. Come back to center, to the front of your mat, and just windshield wipe your knees side to side. And then we're going to move on to our next pose, which is a deer pose with our props. I'm going to move the props to the side so you can see me. You're going to face towards me and then bring your right foot back behind you like we did so in our twist. And then place your blocks in front of you and stack your bolster on top of your blocks. And then you're going to come rest your arms and your cheek down onto the bolster. And just notice how your hips feel. And our hips stores a lot of emotions and stress. So try not to judge whatever sensation or feelings might arise during a hip opener. And see if you can start to send your breath into your hips. And another deep breath here. You just slowly start to press yourself up. And then just lean back and place your feet forward and switch side. Bring your left foot back behind you. I'm going to move my prop so you can see. And then you're going to lay down on your bolster. Maybe switch the crossing of your arms. We're going to rest here and melt into this pose, melt into our hips for a couple minutes. So come back to your breath, that natural rhythm of your breath. And another deep breath here. And you slowly start to press yourself up. We're going to keep the blocks and the bolster exactly where they're at right now. We're going to move into our straddle. And you're going to grab your other blanket, your second blanket. If you don't have a second blanket, maybe a towel, a bath towel, or a pillow. You're going to come to a seat and open your legs wide. So moving into our medial hamstring. And then bring your props back closer towards you. And you're going to rest your arms on the bolster. Make sure you turn your toes up so we can get into that medial hamstrings. And then come back to that nice, smooth, nourishing breath. Maybe you can start to breathe into your inner thighs. Pay more attention to our medial hamstrings. Just check out what's going on there. We're going to melt into this pose for a bit, so stay with your breath. going to take another deep breath here. And you slowly start to press yourself up. Let's remove the props to the side and bring your hands underneath your knees to support your legs to come back to center. And then windshield wipe your knees side to side. Release some tensions here. And we're going to start to work on the outside of our hips now. Explore what's going on the outside of our hips. So cross the left knee over your right knee like so. If this is not accessible, you can extend the bottom foot forward. I like to interlace my fingers with my toes here to give my feet a stretch. And you take an inhale and sit tall. And let each breath to gather some length into your spine. Soften your shoulders down. Hold your belly in so we protect our lower back. And make sure both sides of your hips are rooted down into the earth. A long breath in and a long breath out. Continue to stay here with your breath. On your next inhale, release your hands from your feet and then reach your arms all the way up. And exhale. Twist over to the left. Bring the right arm outside the left knee, left hand right behind you. Let your inhale to extend your spine tall and exhale, twist a little bit deeper. So broaden across your chest. Rooting that left hip down. You're going to stay here for just a few more deep breaths. Then we're going to counter our twist. Take an inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then the exhale, now left arm outside the left knee. Open the chest up towards the right. Your right hand should be behind you. So sit tall. And start to breathe across your chest. Widen your collarbones. We're going to stay here for a few more deep breaths. And another deep breath here. You slowly come back to center. Bring your hands behind you, uncross your legs. Windshield wipe your knees side to side. And we're going to switch side. Whenever you're ready, you're going to cross the right knee over the left knee. Rooting both of your hips down into the earth. If it's not accessible, you can extend the bottom foot forward. And again, we're going to hold hands with our feet. And then take an inhale to sit tall, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, we're going to melt into this pose. And just breathe into the outside of your hips. And you're going to take one more deep breath. And release your hands. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then exhale, find a twist towards the right. The left arm over the right knee and the right hand behind you. Let each inhale find space and lengthen your spine. And let every exhale, you twist a little deeper. And another deep breath. And we're going to counter stretch. So slowly come back to center. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, now right arm outside the right knee. Bring your left hand behind you. And start to breathe across your chest. Broaden your collarbones. And sit tall. Lengthen your spine. Rooting the tailbone down into the earth. And we come back to our breaths here for just a few more rounds. And just slowly release, come back. Bring your hands behind you. Stamp your feet forward and let your knees drop side to side. We're going to start to explore the back of our heart now. So coming to a seat, reach your arms out. Now left arm under right arm, you can cross once or twice. And then start to lift the elbows up a little so that they're not resting on your chest. And then press your hands away from your face. Relax the shoulders a little. We're going to start to create more space behind our heart. So send your breath into your upper back. So really fill up all the space you're creating with your breath. And then all the while, softening the shoulders, relax your face, pull your navel in so you're not arching your low back. And continue to breathe here. And from here, we're going to move into 5 cat-cows with our eagle arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and curl. And inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round and curl, tuck your chin down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round and curl. We have 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last round. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round and curl. Slowly come back to center. And unwind your arms. You can roll your shoulders out, roll your arms out, whatever feels nice. Switch to crossing of your feet, arms out. Now right arm under left arm for eagle arm. We're going to stay here and breathe. And find space between the shoulder blades. And breathe into those space. You might kind of puff up the upper back a little. And then staying here, relax the face. Soften your shoulders, pull your navel towards the spine, and let's stay here in stillness. We're going to slowly start to move into our cat-cows here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and curl your spine. Again, inhale. And exhale. We have 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round and curl. Last round here. Inhale. And exhale. Let's slowly come back to center. Unwind your arms. And just roll out your shoulders. We're going to bring our hands behind our back, our lower back. Interlace your hands, and you're going to bring this fist over to your left hip. And you're going to hug your elbows in towards each other. So now we explore the front of our body. Same thing here, draw the navel in, we soften the shoulders down, and then broaden the collarbones. So breathe across your chest. And deep inhale, and a deep exhale. Come back to your breath. Let's gently start to switch sides. Switch the crossing of your fingers and bring your fist over to your right hip. Hug the elbows in towards each other. Broaden across your chest. Engage your core so we protect our lower back. And breathe. And then we'll slowly start to release our hands, unwind, roll out the shoulders, and we're going to move into a hip opener now. Supported half pigeon. You're going to bring your blocks at the top of your mat, and then bring your bolster across your mat towards maybe the middle. Walk the right foot forward, and then use the bolster as a guide. Walk the right foot over to the left. Start to settle that right hip down on the bolster. Extend your left foot back. Maybe hands can stay on the blocks if it helps you elongate your spine. Maybe you like to come down, rest your forearms on the block. Close your eyes and breathe here. Breathe into the right side of your hip. And make sure you are flexing your right foot a lot so you're not sickling at that ankle. We flex the right foot so the muscles are engaged and we can protect our knee. And let's stay here for a little while. Come back to your breath. You take another deep breath here. Gently press yourself up. You're going to come back to your hands and knees and then send that right leg back and give yourself a nice stretch to the right leg. Maybe you like to bend the knee, draw some circles with your right knee. And when you're ready, no rush, you walk the left foot forward and then the left foot's going to walk over to the right. Let that left hip settle on the bolster. Make sure you're flexing the left foot. Protect your left knee. Send the right knee back. Maybe hands can stay on blocks to sit tall. maybe you want to come down on your forearms. And try not to round our spine here. So find a little baby cobra in the upper back. And all the while, breathe into your left hip and stay here just for a couple minutes. This is a very powerful hip opener. So if there's sensations or feelings, emotions start to arise, you're just going to acknowledge them as they are. Try not to judge it. And then see if you can just take a deep breath. And when you exhale, you just let it go. And you take one more deep breath here. Slowly start to press yourself up. And you're going to gently start to send your left leg back and give that left leg a nice stretch. And maybe circle the left knee around. And whenever you feel ready, you bring the left knee down. And we're going to set ourselves up for our final resting pose, Shavasana. It's very important that you have something underneath your head while laying flat on the ground for Shavasana. We want to support the back of our head. We want to support our neck because you can really hurt yourself even laying down Shavasana. And make sure there's something nice to support the back of your head. And then bring the bolster or your pillows underneath your thighs. Let your knees open out to the side. Maybe soles of the feet can touch. You bring the left hand on your heart and the right hand on your belly so we can establish a connection with our breath through the rise and fall of our chest and our belly. And reestablish the connection with that natural flow of your breath, the natural rhythm, that softness, that gentle breeze flowing in and out through our nostrils to nourish our body, our mind, and our spirit. And start to infuse your breath with gratitude and love. And slowly start to deepen your breath, just letting fresh oxygen slowly start to energize your body and allow your awareness to gently shift back towards yourself. And maybe start to invite some movement into your hands and your feet. On your next breath, interlace your hands, flip your palms, extend your arms behind you, stretch your feet forward. Just a big stretch like you first woke up in the morning. And when you're ready, gently turn to one side to press yourself up to a seat and bring your hands to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel better in your mind and your body. Namaste.